Welcome
to
1
to
10
the
beer
reviewing
show
where
we
review can
after
1
and
then
again
after
10
this
is
the
GalaHADN'T episode.
GalaHAD is the beer that we're reviewing. It's called GalaHAD.
It also says premium, but I'm not sure I believe it.
Yeah, I think you can just slap premium on anything these days. Premium done.
I always love the crack.
It's good crack.
Oh,
I think it's about to be bad.
I didn't even taste it. Smell that. That's not
You
right.
can smell the bitterness. That's not a good sign.
It's like, it smells like pennies. Oh.
Yeah, chlorine swimming pool is what I'm getting. That's the vibe that I'm.
It has like a little bit of like homebrew that somebody didn't know how to do properly. Oh yeah, that's not good. It's also got like a little bit of the Carlsberg poison problem, but from the start.
I don't know.
They have stolen some Carlsberg brewing secrets and perfected them. This tastes like a can that might make me sick. It's not so bad that I wouldn't drink it though.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Is it bad, right? That
I'm in
I've
France.
So as I said, this is the first time I drank GalaHAD, so I don't have memories of it, but it tastes like Drada. It tastes like under the
You
bridge.
call it's cheap, mate. Yeah, GalaHAD definitely seems like the kind of beer you take to like Oxygen or some shit like that, where it's like, well, we got loads of GalaHAD and now we have to drink it warm.
I think this would be okay warm though. Because some beers you can't have warm.
2 beers on the radiator.
So the one can is based on if you could only have one beer. So you're at some event or some location or some locale and you had one beer to drink at that, would you choose this beer? I'm going to give GalaHAD a 4 out of 10 for this. I think it's actually not terrible, but it is just a little below average. Not a lot of flavour, not a lot of body. There's just not a lot to it. Actually, do you know what it tastes like? It tastes like it's half beer, half water.
You think it's been watered down?
It tastes like it's been
They
watered
were
down.
making wild accusations.
Maybe there's like a super GalaHAD, which is an 8% can, and they just take some of that and they just pour some water on it, and they're just like, fuck them. But I think 1, 2, and 3 are for actively bad cans.
Yeah, no.
And this is not actively bad. Viewers, I'm gonna go get a can. Mark.
4 out of 10.
If I had pear-shaped breasts, that'd be real sad. Like, I feel like a lot of people buy GalaHAD and then one of those cheap disposable barbecues, you know, the ones that you just light and you cook on. It's like, I'm having a barbecue with my 6 cans of GalaHAD and my €2 barbecue. I'm going to cook some Aldi sauce.
No one else is invited.
Yeah. So Ireland, it doesn't have like one of the top duties for alcohol in the world, but it's pretty high. Because we're a bad country who do bad things. So how much does GalaHAD cost to produce? Because I would say like 30 cent of that 75 cent is tax.
I was waiting for the can to slowly come off in your hands, like back in the day when you drink cans of GalaHAD and it was all blue. When it was all blue.
Yeah, it used to peel.
And it wouldn't even peel. It would just rub off into your hands. You look like you were a Smurf.
Don't your
only in the hands.
Smurfs.
And then you come home and your parents would catch you blue-handed, be like, "You on the GalaHAD again?
You on the GalaHAD?
Fucking piece of shit." I was like, "Son, we're giving you a tenner a week. Get something else."
But I mean, that's 2 6-packs. With quid to spend on refreshers.
It's pretty good. And if you're already in Aldi, you're going to get even cheaper sweets than that. Sweets are awful. Don't give these.
They used to see Crazy Poison. There were Shocker bars as well. And I remember the original Shockers were blueberry flavoured and they were blue. And after about 6 months they banned them. Like whatever the E numbers were in it, it added up to 666. I remember a friend of mine that I grew up with ate 7 of them and puked blue on our main street when he was 12 years old. So here's the thing, I think it probably exists in Britain, but I don't know if it exists elsewhere. Of like really oddly flavoured, disgustingly cheaply made corn snacks. So like Banshee Bones, Hot Lips, Knick-Knacks. These kind of things that are definitely not for human consumption.
Meanies.
Like you'd feed them to rats because you don't love rats.
I
and
just
rats
realised
don't
there's
live
a
very
big
long.
bag of meanies right behind us as well during the moment. Sorry, meanies.
Look, if you're middle class, turn away now because our diets would make you ill. Just welcome to what I assume is your favourite segment, which is Scalability. Oh, fizzy. I'm just bad at scoring. I hate it. Oh fuck, he's gonna do it for me. Done. I took no breaks, but I got there faster. That's the problem. I told you there was a wind bubble. I fucking told you. Yeah. That's it. Like, you were so close to 100% cleanly.
Yeah,
And
no,
then
it was
you
really,
just burst. Yeah. So I'm gonna give that a really high skullability rating. For in terms of can you skull this can, is it easy to skull? I'm gonna give that a fucking 9. I'm saving 10 for I don't know what, but holy shit, that's a 9.
I'll give it maybe slightly lower just because it did make me pop at the end just because it was too gassy. So I'll probably give it 8. I think 8 is fair.
I think it's not very gassy at all compared to most lagers.
It's still gassy.
It is still gassy.
It is still gassy.
Look,
no doubting I will not have sex with you later tonight.
you fucking will. You may notice in a couple of edits of this video that I am drinking out of a wine bottle. I want to reassure you I'm drinking water and I'm not casually swilling a bottle of white wine while I'm drinking 10 cans of Galahad.
Actually, because I have a glass of vodka that I have been drinking as well to help me get through the terrible taste of Galahad. So like in case you're wondering, I'm Mark's drinking water. It's a pint of vodka. I'm still cool. Don't worry about it.
That a 6-pack is $4.50. So it means you get change out of a $5 for a 6-pack
cans
of
of
Galahad. I'm having a good time. I find it's a light beer. It doesn't have a lot of flavour. So what I'm going to say is, if you brought Galahad for other people to drink, you're an asshole. But if you bought Galahad for yourself to drink, I respect that. I think I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10.
For bang for buck?
Yeah.
I'll give you a reason why.
So I'm going to give my reason why. I don't think it's a good beer. I think it's a very easy to drink beer. But because it's so cheap, I think that raises it. And it's so what I would say is it's not a great beer, brings it down. Very easy to drink, brings it up. Very, very cheap, brings it up. So that's 2 points removed from the middle ground. I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10 for bang for buck because it's so dirt cheap.
Bang for buck, I will go, I think 7 out of 10 is like the way you describe that, beautiful. Yeah, I'd have sex with that description. But this, for me,
He'd fuck anything.
I will give it a 6 out of 10 because I think it is above average because of the price.
Yes.
But the feelings that it has given me
That's fair.
have not been great. Or like, it's, this is definitely...
These are very subjective.
These are subjective, obviously, each person different, whatever.
So a point above average.
A point above average, I think, is justified because it is so cheap. Like,
It's so
and I
cheap.
thought, like, oh, the cheapness of this, I was going, like, when I started doing this, I was like, 9 maybe.
Yeah, it's gonna
And
be
8 or 9, like, that is in my head. But the more that I drank it, I've been like, it's just not great.
So the question is what are our ideal hangover foods? I feel like protein and fat are very, very important.
It's ideal.
I am vegan, so I will tend to eat like vegan sausage rolls or Linda McCartney sausages, baked beans, things like that.
Sauce.
Also, we call, you know, Baraka, like that thing of like the multivitamin that will dissolve.
Where they fight your insides in ads that you've seen sometimes.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. But we found a cheaper version that Aldi do, and we call them Fizzy Make Feel Goods.
Because they do. They do exactly what
They're
it says
fizzy
on
and
the
they make you feel good. They'll just make you piss like Shrek for about 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah, it's like when you piss but licorice comes out is what happens after you.
Because clearly your body has absorbed no vitamins from
and it's
the
all just
situation.
shot clean out of your willy instead.
But they're very important to the placebo effect.
Yeah, it's like,
of feeling like you're
I
getting
have
better.
the vitamins now, so I'm
And
the person.
somehow it works. I think the carbonation is doing more than any of the vitamins do. Because the vitamins are shot clean out of your system. I believe in the cure. So I believe in the drink the next day to sort everything out.
I don't advocate it, but do I practice
Yeah,
it?
if you're having a big fatty meal and you're getting some low percentage alcohol into you, by God does it take the edge off.
If you want to do lines of vodka to get over it, where you
That
just
dried stuff, like, so Smirnoff arrives in Ireland as a powder that's
Smirnoff.
added to water. What's it called?
Smirnoff.
Smirnoff.
Smirnoff sounds like the off-brand version of Smirnoff. It's like, drink some Smirnoff. It costs like €3. You buy it out the back of a van. It does the job.
So it arrives, I believe, it arrives in this country as like powdered alcohol that's added to water. Maybe I'm just like, shit, this is a conspiracy theory. Fuck it. So like...
Smirnoff.
So do a line of that and have like a fatty breakfast and hook yourself up to a bit of fucking selenium
On the LIV.
whatever makes you go, and then like a
I'd be feeling much better after. That's all I'll say.
I'd be feeling like my heart can still beat after fucking 14 cans of GalaHADN'T.
You still have our heartbeat. Let us in. Let us in on that good heartbeating. Did you dribble?
I'm cracking can 8. Oh, it's that sound every time. I just love that sound. And as you can see, oh my God. We're going to do our can versus glass. I'm going to go back to can. I think this is going to be the first that's defied the logic of our glass is better than can. I think this might actually be better out of a can. What's your feeling? I'm actually feeling it's better out of a can than out of a pint. Which is wild.
Fucking not.
This is going to be one of the rare cans that I'm like, drink it out of the can, not out of the glass. Because, as I said earlier, can at least gives it the flavour of the can. This tastes like nothing. So, hello viewers, I'm just finished my 10th can. So for 10 can rating, considering its price point and considering it tastes of basically nothing.
Yeah.
Which I actually think is advantageous to drinking a lot of them. I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10 on 10 can rating. 100%.
Yes.
It doesn't have a lot of anything. It's also 4%. I think it's easy to drink 10 cans and you can be in a good buzz for drinking 10 cans. But I don't think it's one of those beers that's...
Exhibiting.
It's better than what I would expect the average beer. Because I think the average beer would be tough to drink 10 cans of.
10 can rating, I'm going to give it a 6.
Ooh,
because I could drink a lot more.
So it's slightly above the average can.
Slightly above the average can, yes. Or like
I feel like by the time we've had 10 cans we're gonna rate everything slightly above the average can. I'm feeling drunk wise. I'm actually gonna give it a little higher rating. I'd give it an 8 out of 10. I'm feeling very party forward.
Okay, for wow factor, I am going to give it a 5.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
that's
like,
perfectly average. Like.
It is average because like I obviously I came into not the best kind of way coming into it, but it prolonged. I had like I had a couple of runs where I was like, oh yeah, no, I'm enjoying this, or I'm feeling this raw way, but like it just doesn't. It's just not my can.
What is our piss tally for 10 cans?
I fucking pissed years. 7 pisses for me, 4 pisses for you.
4 pisses, 7. Super quick as well. Like this is within like 4 or 5 hours we've finished 10 cans, which is ridiculously quick.
Yeah.
But we love you very much, and goodbye for today. I hope you will subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. We've already made this episode. Anything that we're making beyond is nonsense. So, but and here we are.
Carefully.
Issues.
I now feel like what it is like to be Donnie by knocking over cans. So you're told not to knock over. Resist.
It's
refuse.